Hey everybody, Leslie Benson from the Plaid Poodle. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Hi, happy Monday, May 6th. Welcome to my latest installment of my Monday mini card making classes. Today we're going to make something a little bit different than cards. I don't know, maybe some of you know, but that Close to My Heart has ceased operations, and many of their Close to My Heart makers have come over and joined Stampin' Up! And so in honor of them, I am going to share during the month of May some memory keeping and some scrapbooking, maybe some little photo albums. But today I'm just going to start really simple and do a just a one-page layout and get those scrapbooking juices flowing again, because it's been a while for me. I'm been making cards forever, but my first love of paper crafting began way back in the 90s when I discovered scrapbooking, and I have a lot of scrapbooks, and I've kind of let that go to the wayside. I think a lot of the problem is digital photos. We don't actually get real photographs, so it's hard to think about them when you don't see them. So anyway, hi Kat, hi Kim. Oh, good, you're watching on YouTube. I had a little blur before. I wasn't sure I was where I was supposed to be. It was really weird, so I just logged off and logged back on. So that's why I'm a little late this morning. But I hope you all are having a good morning and you had a great weekend. If you did, and did you have some tacos yesterday? We did go to Chewy's on our way home from church, and I'm trying to lose some weight and get some health issues taken care of, so I just had a taco salad and a water. That's how I celebrated Cinco de Mayo. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, yeah, Kim, I'm sorry about that, you guys. I just logged off. I deleted those things, and I just started all over. I was kind of afraid I was not where I was supposed to be, which I should have checked that before I hit the go button, but I think we're good to go. You guys are here, so that's great. I am a traditional scrapbooker. I like 12 by 12 page layouts, so that's what we're going to do today, because I'm trying to get my my scrapbooking juju back, and I think I'll stick with what I know, and then maybe we'll do some crazy things later in the month. Kat says she stopped at Applebee's and had the quesadilla grilled chicken salad. Oh, I bet that was good. That sounds good. I had a taco salad. It was really good. Okay, so like I said, I'm starting with a 12 by 12 piece of basic white cardstock. And I started with my photos. I always like to start with my photos. I know a lot of people will make a layout and then insert the photos, but I always like to start with my photos. So I just grabbed some that were on the top of my pile, and they happened to be from Mother's Day last year. I'm going to do two. Another thing I like to do is put as many photos as I can on one page, but for today's I'm just going to do these two. My daughter is a pastor. Her and her husband are a pastor, and they came to Kansas City last year, and she spoke at one of the churches here for Mother's Day. And so we went to that church for Mother's Day, and they had this cute photo booth. So I got a picture with my daughter and my mom, and then my two grandchildren. So I'm going to scrap those. And I loved my Calypso Coral sweater. Kat says she has 45 scrapbooks that she's completed since the mid-90s. That is so awesome. And she's turned her attention to card making. That's what we do. That's what I've done too. And now this weekend, it's been rainy here, so I've done a 2-page spread, which I'll show next Monday, and then I did this spread. I thought this is a good one for this week because we have Mother's Day coming up. And it just got me excited again about scrapbooking. So I started to say the 2 pages. Kim says this will make a great layout. I love my Calypso coral sweater, and that's kind of what got me thinking, what can I use for my page? And I had this paper pumpkin. It is from June of last year, actually. I only made a couple cards out of it, but I decided to use elements from this kit to do my page because I liked the Calypso coral flowers, all the ribbons, and the card bases themselves. So what I did, and I must like that Calypso coral card base because I only had one left, but this is what the card bases look like. This is one of the prints that was in the kit, and I'm going to use some of this in my page too. But I took one of those cards, which this is a 8.5 by 5.5, so it's a typical A1 card, and I just cut it in half. And if I can find my little package with all my ingredients, here it is. I took the Calypso coral one and I cut it in half. And then I'm going to put this just for a little color and distraction here on the bottom of the page. Now there's going to be a little seam, but that's okay. I don't think it shows a whole lot. And we might cover that up with an element later. So I'm going to just grab some, I think I'm going to use I should have got another bottle of this because I'm almost out of my glue. Let's try this. I know this glue will hold well. And I am just going to put it kind of on the bottom third of the page. This paper also, or this print here with the little foxes, it's so cute, is also on our, we have this in blue. Is it our countryside? Okay, and then I'm just going to trim that off, the edge. Normally I would use my paper cutter because I can't just cut a straight line for the life of me, but we're going to just do that for speed's sake. I did a lot of the cutting ahead of time. I had to figure out what I was going to do, so I meant to take a picture of it before I disassembled everything, but I didn't. Okay, these photos have some blue in it too, which this card kit has a lot of blue in it, so the blue and the Calypso coral. I just thought it worked really well. And you know what? Before I glued that down, I meant to add these. So we're going to pry that up just a little bit. This is where the photo of my layout would have helped. But I think I can pry it up. It's not quite dry. I took some Calypso coral. I'm just going to slip these behind there. And I used a die from, just because it had the scalloped edge, the Bright Skies dies. There are 2 little scallopy dies, and I just cut one of each out of an inch. I think this is 1 1/4 inches probably. Yeah. Just to make a little border down here. Let's tuck that under there. I'll add the glue here in a minute. And I'm going to leave that, I'm going to put a flower right there where they don't meet. I didn't want to have 3 pieces. I just wanted to have 2. And I could have really wrangled with my die cutting and and ended up making a longer one. You guys, if you followed me for a while, you might know that I have shown you how to extend your dies longer or shorter than they are. And I could have done that, but then I just thought I'm just going to cut 2 of these, and then we're going to put an embellishment right there where that space is. You know how I say it's all smoke and mirrors. Nobody needs to know what goes on behind the scenes, as long as the top looks pretty. Make sure it's pretty even with the other piece. And I think it is. So there's our little border at the bottom. And then I like to map my photos. I think it just kind of brings them out a little bit. So this is actually also an element from the card kit. It is Night of Navy, so I could have used my Night of Navy cardstock, but I went ahead and cut 2. I think these are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. My photos are 4 by 4. I have a subscription to Persnickety Prints. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that, where they send you just load your photos every month, 30 photos, and they come 4 by 4 in a little box. And then I have the prints. Now, I don't always like to have 4 by 4 photos, but if I decide to print something different, I can change it out. But these happen to be on one of those Persnickety Prints boxes that I received. Like I said, this is from Mother's Day last year. We didn't get any of the guys in the picture, except for my grandson. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of do this, probably. Little cattywomp like that. Oh, Kim, you use Persnickety too? I got behind. I'm trying to catch back up. Okay, then out of this card from the kit, so you see I've cut some strips. I am going to, and I should have laid this all out, y'all. Here we go again. I want it to go under this paper. Oh, I hope I haven't ruined it. Live TV, it's so fun. Like I said, I should have taken a picture of my how I had set it out, and then I wouldn't be having this problem. Next week, I'll remember to do that. So what I wanted to do is add a little strip right here, but first I cut some strips from the Night of Navy. This one's going to go down at the bottom. So I'm kind of making a little, this is going to go down here. I have a longer one, I think. Here it is. Here's the one, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, this is a little wider than I wanted, I think. How wide is this one? This one's 1 inch. I think I wanted this to be 1 inch, and it's 1 1/4. So I'm going to cut it. Again, this is just a strip cut off from the card, from the kit. I just thought the colors and everything worked really well with these photos. So I'm going to glue this down. This is a 3/4 inch strip. And I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to tuck it under that. Whoops, sorry about that. Earthquake. I think I was talking earlier about how I don't like this camera stand. One of the reasons is I basically have to film kind of crooked. I'm like sitting diagonal to my work surface to get the camera in, to get everything in the shot. Okay, then I'm going to take this other little piece. Is this 1 inch? Yes. And add some more. Shutterfly is also good, Kat. I've used Shutterfly for a lot of things. I've made like photo books from vacations and things through Shutterfly. So I do have an account with them as well. And I think I've used Snapfish before as well. I got hooked up with Persnickety because sometimes I will do a digital scrapbook page and they'll print a 12 by 12 page on photo paper or whatever kind of paper they use, and it's just really good quality. So that's kind of how I got hooked up with the Persnickety. I think it's a small family-owned business. And I always like to support those, right? All right, now we can glue this down. There. I'm going to hold that for a second. So that gives me a little bit of something over here. I don't have a whole lot of artistic terms for y'all. I just wanted to kind of show you that you could really make scrapbook pages out of whatever you have on hand. Because I'm basically using card bases and a little bit of cardstock to create this page. All right, so how did I say I was going to do that? I was going to kind of go like this. I thought that was kind of cute. Or should I put the kids up here and the mom down here? Where's the focal? What do you guys think? I'm going to add something here. I have a plan for that. Would the top be the focal? I think so. So I kind of want the moms up top. This is my daughter, my mom, and me. So 3 generations. We should have got my little granddaughter in there. And that would have been 4 generations. All right. I'm going to just hold that until I add all my other things. All right. Also in the kit, yes, Kat. Yes, it is. That's what I thought. I have boxes and boxes of paper pumpkins that I have leftovers, and I thought this would be a great way. I cut a hexagon out using our, I don't know what these are called. I will list all the products I've used in today's project in the description when I get done here. But they coordinate with this kit. It came with this frame. The kit came with this little frame. So I'm going to attach that to that. And I'm going to add, it also came with these little tabs or flags. I should have put my phone up a little bit higher. Let me raise my camera since we're dealing with a bigger, there we go. There, that's a little better. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so it came with this little die cut, and this again is another one of those cards that I just cut out of the card using the, I think these are called the Countryside something dies. Like I said, I'll list everything. Then I use those dies again. I'm going to stamp on my little white one. So I used, I don't know, 2 of these dies just to make my label. So not that one. I used the biggest one and then the third from the largest for the little white one that I'm going to stamp on. So, and then I wanted to put, why don't we do that first? And then we'll glue everything down and we'll add our embellishments. I'm going to move all this out of the way. I had a Happy Mother's Day stamp from Celebration, the Heartfelt Hellos. So if you were lucky enough to earn that free stamp set, it's got Easter, a Father's Day. The hello is really cute. So I just grabbed it real fast, and I've already taken the stamp out. And I'm going to use some Night of Navy ink. This over here. And you know what I think I'm also going to do? I'm going to use my stamp placement tool because this is a red rubber stamp. We call them cling stamps here at Stampin' Up. Just because it's hard to get things straight. You can't see what you're doing. I'm going to use my stamp placement tool. And I'm going to just stick this up in the corner. Oh, the magnet's missing. That's lovely. The magnet must be in my other one. I'll just tape it there. Oh, it's right in front of me. Okay. And then I'm going to grab my Post-it note. This is just a tip. If you use a stamp placement tool, a Misty or whatever, I do this. To test it out, to make sure I've got it on there straight. I can't stand a crooked, when I do a crooked sentiment. We're going to use this Irresistible Blooms here in a minute, so I'm going to set that there. Kat says, did you know May is National Photography Month? I did not know that. I discovered that I take pictures more of my projects than I do of people and events. Okay, that looks pretty straight, don't y'all think? So I did good. I'm going to remove that. I have an old DSLR camera that uses a memory card. And I really need to get it out. I would love to learn how to use it better other than just in auto mode. You know, that's what I usually use it. When I do use it, I just use it in the auto mode because I think it might take better pictures. But you know, our cameras take, everything just fell. Our cameras take pretty darn good photos. And the editing tools that are available are pretty good too. Okay, so I'm going to glue this little frame die cut around the edge. This is why I use liquid glue. So I have a little wiggle room. There's Maggie. We can't have a live stream without Maggie shaking her ears. Okay. I'm kind of having to stretch it out to make sure it fits on there. But it should fit pretty good. There we go. Okay, so we have that little frame. And I know I'm going to put this in a sleeve, a protector, a page protector, but I might pop this up just a tad. I can hardly do anything without popping up. So I'm going to grab, and we're going to add some embellishments to this too. Okay, so it's not too wound up there. All right, back to our page now. I thought what I would do is cut one of these that came in the kit in half. And then, so I just cut it in half, and I'm going to put one kind of peeking out from this side. Y'all, what did I do? We're going to glue it on the page, so that won't matter, but I'm kind of a hot mess this morning. It's been a Monday, actually. One of my dogs pee-peed on the floor. That's how I started my day. Got out of bed. Oh, I was so mad. And then I'm going to add the little flag part over here. I wonder if I should have put the flag part over there. I think I will. I think I'm going to have the flag coming out this end. Or side. That's cute. I like that. And then we'll have this part coming out over here. Isn't that cute? Now I got that idea actually from the actual card kit itself. See how they've done the flag that way I'm doing it horizontal instead of the other way. Okay, now before I glue everything down, we decided this is more the focal point. Pop that up a little bit. Kim says, some days they're lucky they're cute. Yes, yes. Today they were lucky because I was a little irritated. Don't you love waking up to a surprise? Oh my God. Okay, so how does that look? I think that looks pretty good. And we're going to add some flowers now. Okay, what I did was I used the Irresistible Blooms, which I gave you a little peek before. These stamps are beautiful. I love to watercolor and use white embossing powder with them. I've done several projects with them. I should grab my little water can I made. Hold on. This is a little watering can I made last year. I think for one of my classes. I always like to do a little party favor for everyone. And I made these little watering cans. So I used actually I used the paper that coordinates, which is no longer available. So I'm teasing you with it, but you could do the very same thing with the stamps, but I thought, why? When I have this paper, I need to use up. So I cut several flowers, and the dies from the bundle were big enough for those. So I'm just going to lay some of these flowers around, and then we'll glue everything down. Let's see, I was going to kind of cover up this little spot. And then I also cut some leaves out. From that paper. Now Maggie's making her bed. Must be time for morning nap. I wanted to kind of use this, but it kind of, I don't know. Here, let's do the yellow and the peach, maybe. Maybe like this. I don't want to distract too much from the photos. Oh, you're right. I could make the, Kim says the flat version of the watering can would be cute on the photo. It really would. It would have to be smaller, or I could put it up here in place of my banner. That's a great idea. Okay. What do y'all think? Do you think it needs anything else? It has a lot of white space, but I think that's okay. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I don't know if I should do it, though. It's scary. There's like a splatter stamp. I think I will. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to be brave and take some Calypso coral and do a few splatters around. A little nervous about this. If I can find my Calypso coral ink. Here we go. And I wonder if I want to do my splatters full strength or stamped off. I think full strength would be okay. Ooh, what do you guys think? A little bling in the splatters. I have some navy blue die cuts that came with the oh, I don't think that's going to look bad. I'm going to be happy with this. I'm not going to do a whole lot. Just kind of randomly around. I don't know if I'll do any off the page. Maybe one over here. Cat likes the splatters. Good, good, good. It needed a little something, didn't it? Or it was very stark white. All right, let's see. Maybe I should add a few more. Maybe one right there. Maybe a little off the page over here. Okay, maybe one right here. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do. You can go crazy. Oh yeah, I could have done some stamp offs around it. I did full strength ahead. Okay, let's glue everything down now. I am going to just take some glue. There we go. And then I'm going to put my photos. I am actually going to see this little family for Mother's Day this year. If I do this, it kind of covers up that what do you call it? Seam that I made. We are going down. My little granddaughter in this photo is getting baptized this weekend on Sunday. And my daughter, who is a pastor, is doing the message for Mother's Day. So kind of a repeat of last year. I want to cover up that seam, but I don't want to do my photo too weird. Okay. I wish I would have done it up a little higher, but we're glued, so we're good. Then I'm going to put these flowers around. I might pop them up just so there's not so much glue. Like I said, these dimensionals don't pop up too crazy. What, I had one up there. And put a little yellow one. And I think I did have some down here. Kind of what matches my daughter's little dress there too. The flowers. And I have flowers in my dress too. So I kind of like that groups of 3. And if I wanted to do a little journaling card right here to kind of put the date and what's going on, I could do that, which I'll do that later. I probably will do that. Now I'm just going to add some of these leaves. And like I said, I use this retired paper instead of the stamps, but the leaf images and the flower images all are in the stamp set, and there are coordinating dies. I just had that paper, and let's use that up. I like to challenge myself to use up my paper. And one more down here, maybe over to the edge. Kat loves that stamp set a lot. It's a cute stamp set. It makes very elegant cards. I like it too. Very Mother's Day. Okay, guys, what do you think of my first, what do you call it, single page layout in I don't know how many years? It's coming back to me. Now, the stamp set also had these. Should I add the pots or does that distract? I think it might kind of distract. Or I could just add them right here. What do you think? They're a little different. They're just little die cuts that came with that paper pumpkin kit. Any votes? Kat, it makes you want to get back to your scrapbooking. Yes, yes, you should. You should. Oh, I need to trim this off. Yeah, I'm going to make myself a goal to, well, during the month of May, I'm going to share at least 4 times, 4 Mondays in May, some scrapbooking or memory keeping things. But I'm going to try and make myself try over by the top of the picture, like right here, Kim. That looks cute. It is kind of cute. What do you think? Because then I could put my journaling card here. I'm just going to put a little blip, blip, blip right there. Or do you think it looks best without the vases? It kind of does fill that space a little bit, and then it ties into this paper right here. But I don't want it to be an odd thing. You know, when you just keep going, you keep going, keep going, and you can't stop. Anyway, I'll think about that. This would be a good place for a journaling card as well. Anyway, that is my first 12 by 12 single page layout. Kat likes it with the vases. Did you like it up here, Kat? It does kind of do something. Anyway, I'm so proud of it. It brings back, hi Jen, how are you? No pots. Jen says no pots. Jen, you're a scrapbooker. I know you are. So this is my first one in years and years. I tried an 8x6 last week just to kind of get my toes wet in the water. And I was not happy with that 6x8 page at all. So I said, I am going to go back to my 12 by 12 because that's where I started and that's where I fell in love with it. So I'm really excited to get back in it. And I am going to challenge myself to work on more scrapbooking pages every month. Kim says that she liked the vases, but they weren't grounded. That's true. That's probably why it looked odd. They weren't grounded. They were just floating. Floating, floating. Anyways, well, thank you guys for joining me. I will be back next Monday. It might be a weird time. I have to take my mom somewhere, and I have a 9 a.m. appointment, so I don't know if I'll get it in the morning. It may be Tuesday, but I will let you know. I forgot to put myself in the corner. I will let you know. And I already have a 2-page 12 by 12 spread done, ready to roll for next Monday because we are going to be out of town this weekend and I wanted to get it all done. So I kind of spent the weekend getting back to it. So you all have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful Mother's Day. Honor yourselves and for just being ladies in our world that we run the world, don't we? Kim says it might be better to try adding the flower cluster just under the picture of your daughter? Oh, like over here instead of here? You're right. I could maybe move it. I'll play with it a little bit. We will talk soon. Have a great day. Happy stamping.